What's up guys, so this is going to be a gameplay video of the new map in the playtest for the Defense Council. Now this is a map called Ruins. I'm not sure whether Trendy have actually shown the preview video for this yet on the channel, but if they have, I'll be sure to link it below. So first few things straight off the bat really. You can see straight away that the map is pretty dark in general. It does take a quite dark theme, especially compared to the other maps in the game. Yeah, when you look at Dungeon Defenders 1 as well. Pretty much all the maps in Dungeon Defenders 1 had a quite kind of light-hearted feel to them, whereas this one's kind of more on the dark side. Give you the feel that the old ones are kind of around in the environment. So this is only my second time running the map. Spoiler alert, in the end we don't actually end up defeating this map in this run here. In fact, I didn't actually manage to beat this map throughout the entire night. Largely because the map is defaulted to hard difficulty and we're unable to choose any other kind of difficulty. And at the end of the day, you're going to need experienced, like all four people of your team are going to need to be experienced, either tower defense players or dungeon defenders players, to be able to defeat this map. That said, I know a few groups have managed to beat it, so it's by no means undefeatable. It's probably about where it should be for a mid to late game kind of transition map. Obviously still without gear, as gear and general character progression is not available in the beta at the moment, so if you can imagine at the moment it takes quite an optimal setup or coordinated team, then if you kind of add in this current state character progression and gear, it's probably going to be puggable at that point. So yeah, unfortunately didn't manage to get all that great footage of this map. I did record a couple of other matches, but the first one I recorded was actually the first one, well, rather was the one I managed to get furthest on, which was up until the final wave, but for some reason just had ridiculous internet lag, ended up disconnecting, and when I came back it was pretty much over, so too bad there. But we had kind of lost midway, wave 4, as we'd lost almost all our defences and we weren't able to rebuild everything we'd lost, and at that point we were already struggling, so a few things to note about the map. We have the additional objectives again, like the other two maps, where if a additional side objective rather is destroyed, a new path opens up. And this map has kind of a more simple interactive environment mechanic, and that's the Sentry Crystal you see to my left here. Walking up to the Sentry Crystal, basically literally press E on the crystal, or on the Sentry Crystal, and you then move the crystal to that Sentry Crystal kind of tower, and the crystal can only be at one tower, and whichever tower the crystal is at, then it's going to do a huge amount of damage. It kind of acts as a really strong tower on any one position of the map, so you'd kind of move it to the sentry tower that you need the assistance at any given time. It deals 77,777 damage, so one shots basically everything. So as you can see here, even the first wave is a little crazy. There's a lot of kobolds, a lot of orcs, there's generally a lot of damage going out. There's a reasonable amount of wyverns for the first wave as well. So really just using everything possible here to just hold on through the first wave. At the moment we're only 3 players, so at this point we're really just hoping to get that 4th player in. And hopefully it turns out to be a squire. But anyway, back to the point of the difficulty of the map for the reasons I explained. Unfortunately, the participation in this playtest, at least for this map, wasn't all that high. I just kind of felt, I might be wrong here, but it felt like people just didn't have the patience to kind of poke through this map. And it's understandable really, because as I said, in its current state, without progression and whatnot, it does require quite a lot of communication. Or for you to get lucky, of course, with a build. But it's not really necessary that when I show you a gameplay video, it's always just going to be, you know, just for it to be a completion of a map. Oh, and well, as for the 3rd match I recorded, which is the one just after this, we're actually doing pretty good. We got to wave 4 out of 5. Hadn't really lost anything up to that point, just a harpoon, which died to a bunch of wyverns, which we then built stronger anti-air around. Unfortunately then I would assume anyway, that these 2 guys were on a LAN, or on the same internet connection. They both disconnected at the same time and didn't come back. No, didn't seem intentional at all, because we were doing pretty good and we were ready for the next wave. But unfortunately we didn't get to finish that. And at that point it was nearing the end of the test, so this turned out to be the best footage I could provide. So speaking of that, it's kind of what I just wrote in the chatting game. And yeah, kind of what I said there, Onite Pineberries, just kind of echoed. So one of the things you see in action here is those mobs being knocked into the air, not being knocked up into the air. That's through the use of the Huntress's Geyser Trap, which knocks mobs up into the air. And the Skyguard Tower from the Monk is only able to hit targets that are airborne. So an Orc, for example, won't naturally be airborne, but as it's knocked up by the Huntress Trap, it's then able to be attacked by the Skyguard Tower. So you kind of have a decent combination there. And as you'll see a few times throughout this match, I use my oil flask, which as you'd expect throws an oil flask and kind of leaves any mobs that you hit drenched in oil, which then increases fire damage taken and causes fire damage to leave a burn on the target. Another very strong combo, and why I like the Huntress at the moment. You'll see there I moved the crystal to that tower as this is about to be destroyed, which is going to force us back closer to the sorry, to one of the main objectives. So that tower there is going to end up killing effectively 2 separate paths. So it's going to do a lot of damage there. And my apologies for the stuttering. It's just pretty hard to commentate this as I go. Again, especially because I'm a lot more used to recording videos for YouTube in a very different manner. But as you saw there, we got pushed back quite a bit. At this point, we should have pulled back to make use of the crystal tower there, rather than rebuilding where we did. But yeah, that's what happened. So, and the 4th player to join was another Huntress, which isn't ideal, but always 4 players are better than 3. So we're not doing too bad at this point. But we did also lose the walls down here, so we'll just see how it goes. I don't remember at this point whether we did manage to get to wave 5 or not. Yeah, but I said in chat there, I kind of expect this map to have a boss. I kind of thought that from the preview video, as it kind of zooms in into one of those portals in the background, kind of gives the indication that there's going to be a boss. But turns out there is not, at least not at the moment. And it seems at the moment other people are experiencing the lag I experienced earlier, but for me it seems fine, so... So there's that lethal burning oil flamer arrow attack combo there. I always forget what that skill is called. I think it's literally called Oil Flask, and the other one is called... Is it Phoenix Shot? Flaming Arrow? Burning Arrow? Fiery Piercing Arrow? I don't even know. Well, to be honest, I don't think there's all that much more to speak about at this point for this map. Only that. Hopefully, I get to play again tomorrow on this map, as there's going to be another playtest session. I'm just not sure whether I'll be able to make the time. And hopefully, I end up being able to record kind of a smoother run. But as I said, if not, I guess this does give you a decent idea of how the map plays out, and just kind of how crazy it is. But a good crazy, don't get me wrong. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the footage, and I'll keep... Oops. And I'll keep providing you with as much DD2 videos as I can. Until then, see you guys later.